Bill Thompson, Coos Bay. Good morning, you guys. I've actually got a complaint, but I've got to ask you a question first. Remember, we went through what would the citizens' rights would be on these committees that you guys formed, as far as them producing an agenda and a time and a place, and public comments and so forth. Well, the structure committee, and when I say this, I'm going to exclude everybody but one person, okay? The board, that committee, I have no complaints with any of them but one man. And the person is John Barton. He's co-chair, I suppose. I asked him what a drop box was under citizens' comments. He said they don't answer questions. The end result was, I think, that Fred can tell it, but I think they said you got a question, you give them a written question, and they'll answer it the next meeting. The thing of it was, it's not a question that couldn't be answered by anybody on the board. I asked them what they were talking about, a drop box. And he didn't want to reveal, I guess, what a drop box was. And the citizens have no way to know what's in that drop box. I believe under Judge Gillespie's ruling, under open meeting laws and stuff, I'm not a lawyer, I'm saying I believe, that's a way for them to collude or whatever you want to call it, because they're the only one that has access to it. They can put anything in there, I reckon, if they want to. And to me, when they all have access to one thing, that's no difference than them sitting around in a telephone, all of them talking. That's a quorum. But the thing of it is, Mr. Barton, I think, was way out of line in the way he tried to stop public comment or debate on something on that committee. I wasn't sure at your last meeting, and I only heard a little bit. What's this drop box, and what is it? Is anything?
Do you have some comments, sir? Do you have a comment or just a question?
Just a question.
Oh, I'm happy to answer the question offline, but I'd like to limit this to comment if you have something to add to the meeting.
Well, anything should be explanatory. I mean, I can't give you a comment unless I know what it is.
It's available software. It's free, and it just allows you to put files in a box in the cyber cloud.
And then is that retrievable by anybody in the county?
Oh no, it's retrievable only by those who have password access.
Thank you.
I'm Bob Arnold, Coos Bay, North Bend. North Bend.
Forgot where he lives.
Airport District of Coos Bay. As far as I'm concerned, a lockbox online with a password is a place for private meetings, and that's completely against the intent of the Attorney General and the manual about meetings. And if it's not, it looks like it. So it should be not only honest and open, it should appear to be honest and open. And this doesn't.
Nick Moore, Coos Bay. What I'd like to say, I was trying to explain something at that meeting last Thursday.
The structure committee meeting?
Structure.
Okay.
Because I do not have a computer. I'm trying to find out if there's a way I can pick up information or have it sent to me what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of seniors that don't have computers.
And in the previous discussion, that's going to be out in the public.
Yeah, I was trying to explain that, and I thought I got cut off, and
mm-hmm.
The sheriff after the meeting understood what I was talking about.
Okay.
And it's kind of funny with all these people in these advisory committees and stuff. You don't see them here at the commissioner's meeting to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes you wonder how the structure is going to work right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Dave. Randy Saney, taxpaying citizen, North Bend.
Morning, Randy.
Morning. I'm going to comment on the same subject I'm going to expound on a little bit, go a little further.
On structure,
On structure particularly at this time.
okay.
This is not a private business. This is Coos County government, and you're required to follow all county, state, and federal laws with governing. However, once again, you insist on violating or threatening to violate open meeting law, ORS 192-610 through ORS 192-690. A simple review of ORS 192-610, paragraphs 3 and 4, confirms that these new advisory committees are required to obey all open meeting rules. And once again, as he failed to do during the deliberations of the committee that selected Mr. Messerly for the vacant commissioner's position, Mr. Lehman sat in on the last meeting of the structure committee and failed to instruct the committee on the laws that they were violating. 192-610, paragraph 3, governing body means the members of any public body which consists of 2 or more members with the authority to make decisions for or recommendations to a public body on policy or administration. Paragraph 4, a governing body means that the state, any regional council, county, city or district, or any municipal public corporation, or any board, department, commission, council, bureau, committee, or subcommittee, or advisory group, or any other agency thereof. The disclosure at this meeting that the committee had had a busy week, that there had been a lot of discussion back and forth during that week, is a public admission of the violation. The creation of the drop box and the discussion during the meeting of the structure committee regarding what all will go in it, the fact that all of the committee members will be reviewing and using the information to form opinions and make recommendations to the commissioners also falls under the requirements of this statute. What Commissioner Maine once explained was a technical difficulty now seems to have become a standard practice for operation for this largely appointed administration and at least one of its newly appointed committees. I don't believe you are supporting the will of the people or acting in their best interest. I believe this committee is wasting yours and our time, and your time would be better spent researching ways to generate new revenue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Petri Kokio. I just have a question. It didn't make sense. Well, I don't know how to state it. Maybe you could tell me why it takes 8 people sitting around as a committee in the structure committee to formulate questions that HR should already know.
In what context are you
Such
asking?
as, I couldn't hear all the questions that they were putting together because some of them had their backs to me, and I could, even though I was sitting in the front, I couldn't hear it all. But such as, does somebody in somebody's department have the right tools to do their job?
Mhm.
Wouldn't they ask their supervisor for that? So why is this committee, what is this committee doing, I guess my question. Structure committee, what? How to reorganize what? I mean, I didn't understand the gist of the whole thing. So that's the question. What is the structure committee doing?
Well, as we have many times made quite clear, basically it's to look at the structure and organization of the function and process within the county and how that relates to how we may or may not be able to be more effective and efficient in what services and how we provide them.
Well, couldn't you just ask the supervisors and the people that work in those departments to put those suggestions in the Dropbox or something?
Basically, the survey that the committee is in the process of conducting within the county organization amongst the employees is exactly what they're doing. They're asking those questions.
So why the committee?
So we get a broader perspective on it.
And there's no one in the, somebody couldn't just write into you and say, well, I think that if Harriet did 3 times as much work, or, you know, we wouldn't need another employee, is that what you mean? Or if she had the right program, or he had the right program. I just, you know, it just don't make sense that 8 people are sitting around. Why don't you just go directly to the people for this restructuring, is my question.
Thank you.
Okay.